evening, good night. Welcome to the show, what a wonderful delight. Yeah, Potsy and T-Ross better chop up on the mic. Just sit back, have a laugh, catch a vibe, and enjoy the ride. Yeah.
Today's episode is presented by your new favorite vodka, Game Day, a smoother, better vodka that embodies the spirit of the game. Check out Game Day Vodka on social to see if they rep your team's colors. Use the promo code TROSS to get a 15% discount off your order. Into the episode, here we go.
You wanted to talk to me about the Suez Channel.
I know I did. Yeah. So pull up some websites because I just saw it briefly. I didn't really get to dive too much into it, but I saw that like how the cargo ship is like positioned within the little like canal. It's bad. It's bad. It's like I don't even know how you get it like that. Like what were you doing or what weren't you doing to like,
so I kind of looked into like it and went like a little even deeper.
Oh shit.
Well, to go back to 1950s, the Suez Canal was controlled by the British, but the Egyptians were getting mad because there was so much. Every transaction is like a toll for boats, like how cars. So they were making like $10 million a year back then. It was a lot, obviously in '56. That's a lot of money but the British were taking control of all of it and had all the money, and the Egyptians were sick of it. But it also started with the U.S. was involved with them. They were going to put a dam on it to make money and electricity off of it. The Egyptians sided with the Russians.
Does Russians involved now?
No, the Russians. That was assigned to the Americans that the Egyptians were about communism, so they pulled all the funding. It was $400 million at the time. So the Egyptians went looking for $400 million to put a dam on there to make money and resources. And America's like, yeah, for sure, we'll do that. Then they did some contract with the Russians and back and forth, and they're like, no, you're communist, we're not supporting it. Pulled the funding. They even tried to kill the leader of the Egyptians then was Nazar, and they tried to kill him multiple times because they wanted to get rid of him in their regime. And they were in a fight with the British too, because they were arguing like, we want our canal, like it goes through our country. And the Suez Canal connects the Mediterranean, I think, with the Red Sea. And so there's so much money to be involved. And they're like, well, we can take it over, then we'll have enough money ourselves to build our own dam. So one night while he's doing a speech, they have like 30 people waiting to take over the headquarters of the canal.
What do you mean they have some people
agents? Yeah, like basically some high up people. And so while the leader was doing his speech, he had these code words that in his speech meant to do it. So these guys waited right outside this agency. And they're basically going to nationalize the agency because it was like an outside corporation that was making the money and giving it to Britain or whatever. It's Britain's corporation. He says it 14 times in the speech. Once he says it, they're waiting for it, and then he says it, and he just keeps repeating it like throughout like the next couple minutes to make sure they got it. They bust in there, and it's just all out pandemonium. Like just America. War. Well, yeah, because then Britain's obviously pissed, and they want their money. And then the United States is like,
that's crazy.
That's crazy, bro. So that's like there's a crazy background, and obviously now Egypt owns it, but it's one of the biggest channels. And so every 6 days that's closed, it's like $6 to $10 billion or something every week.
You lose.
Or like the world economy, because there's so many ships that can't get through, and it's like one of our biggest things to move oil and like everything.
Transport. Okay, so bro, have they like figured anything out on how they're going to get this boat in there? They said
no, they moved it.
They just moved it. I was gone.
Yeah, they literally just moved it today.
And how? Like, what the hell?
They had to dig out the sides. They had to dig out the sides even further, and they had to like do all these different things on both sides of it and just dig it out even further, and then get the tugs to straighten them up. But with that, now they have to refix the canal. Could take another, like, it's still going to be like a week, I think they said, till things are going to be fully moving. And it's crazy It's
What
crazy
guy
because like
fucking did this?
you said what?
Who did this? Like, what guy did this? Where he was just like
So they think
1, 2 beers. What was it? What happened?
they
Because
think
was it intentional?
I don't know. They don't know. They're gonna find out though because they have like the recordings from the people driving and the tugs also because they have it. I was listening to someone talk about it. They've never had many problems, but nowadays they have mega ships now, like mega ships. Like this ship holds 20,000 containers. Like those containers you see on semi trucks. Basically, a semi truck.
It's hard to fathom. No, for sure, it's unreal. I know what you're talking about.
So they're
crazy.
mega. They're huge.
Yeah,
but they have like regulations from back in the day, like that, or they just have the same techniques that they've been using. So these mega ships, if there's any type of problem, they can happen because they're not meant for it, and they haven't had as many, but now we're starting to get more and more because we're transporting more and more stuff.
Pull up some images of how big these ships are because I'm trying to like kind of picture how big this is, and I'm actually in Marina Del Rey, and there's right outside my window right now, there are yachts and everything. And I can't imagine something carrying 20,000 like cargo containers.
Semis, basically. Is what it is. Yeah, hold on, let me pull it up. But see,
boat in here like right now, it doesn't make sense.
So that's what it came to the
You might have to screen share. I want to see this.
I am. But so I was listening to someone talk about it. There was really bad wind that day, which they say the wind could have been a problem, but like it couldn't have been the only problem. You know what I mean? Here we go. Actually, let me fix this real quick. Sorry for everybody.
Sweet fuck.
You're looking at it, huh? It's crazy, bro.
Like, how do you even build this?
And for the people that are listening
what is on here right now? Like, this is what, like.
Here we go. Look, that is the size of the boat. Look at that thing. It's covered from that whole length of it. And the crazy thing is like they can't even use it now. Like, or they said they have to go check it out because it's got caught like that, it might not be able to.
So it's a bad wind. If that was the case, if this was a bad wind, then that means
It's navigation too. It's navigation too. There's obviously some other problems. They're gonna find out a lot more now.
This was a big fuck up. This was one single person on that ship.
There's gotta be. Is there lawsuits?
Oh, there has to be.
There might be. With so much money lost, look at that. Suez Canal blockage holding billions of dollars worth of goods.
Billions of dollars worth of goods. I wonder what goods they were.
Look at that thing. It's so massive, bro. I don't even understand it.
Fuck, man. I wonder what it's like. I wonder what it did to Amazon. I wonder how pissed they are.
Man,
I don't got another shit.
I just got deep into that though, and I was watching that documentary. It was just like a lot. I haven't.
You love a good conspiracy. You love to dig. You love to find.
They were trying to assassinate him though. They were trying to
Yeah.
Someone popped off 8 shots at him, didn't hit him. Like his aides.
A 10-year-old kid, like if you
I don't know.
Assassin, you would think he would, wouldn't have to unload the whole clip to miss everything. But either way.
Well,
I don't know. That's how
that was a story to start it, but episode 36, man.
I know, bro. We're flying, and it's weird because I'm in LA right now, and
it feels like good times out there.
I mean, not really. I mean, things are still closed, but
it reminds you of recording.
Yeah, it reminds me of because we haven't done it since, and I don't know why we didn't think to come back out here when I came out here. I was like, yo, let's go do that. It's probably because the NBA be tripping, but I'm sure,
yeah,
they'll just turn a blind eye to it, hopefully. But
very soon.
Yeah, very soon, bro. We got a couple more months, like a month and a half. I don't know how many more months it is, but yeah, we're on the tail end of the season, so we're for sure. We got a lot of stuff coming up. Random stuff. It's been a long. I feel like since the season started, it's felt like it's been 9 months since we got to really give out good content. But I mean, the Top Shop and all that helped, but we haven't
we've
really
had
got to wake up, bro. We've been like literally on the
on
other
the
side.
move, doing it.
It's been all over the place. We need to like carve out some time to link up. We need to get somebody to record what we do too, man, because we're not good at that.
No, we're very bad at that, but
We're horrible. We need a team. But we're getting
we
there.
do. We're getting there though, and people are enjoying it.
Mic or anything right now. Like I'm sure they're tired of probably hearing me talk through a cell phone, but like, my podcasting gear is just like falling apart. I don't know what to fucking do. His shit never falls apart. It's always me. I don't know what to do. Like I'm tired of it. I'm sick of this shit, man. Like I don't know. This is why we need to find. Like this is why we need to either go back to LA or do something because we don't want to deal with this shit.
Yeah, we definitely need to get back to that studio. That was a lot better besides the AC, and I was sweating like a piggy in a blankie.
Yeah, well, you're wearing long sleeve. The room was small. I'll give it that. The room was
and it was hot. It was hot, and I've been in cold conditions.
Yeah, there was with the computers going and running and everything. Yeah, it was a little hot, but you chose to wear the worst color to hide your sweat.
Yeah,
you were a light green T-shirt, and by the end of the episode, it was dark green, which was horrific. Horrific. Yeah, I had to sit next to you.
I know. I think I got to get back on my workout tip to get some of that sweat out of me.
What?
He said what?
Oh, sweat. The like working out.
I mean, I feel like if I work out less, yeah, I think my body gets a little bit better. Like I'm not as.
We didn't do anything. All we did was sit and talk, and you're drenched. It didn't make sense.
No, but I'm saying
you're just getting to that age, bro. You're starting to get your own.
Yeah, fat. Like, I'm getting fat on me. I'm getting fat on me.
Little orbit, and it's starting to.
It's sweating me. It's the fat's making me sweat.
That's core. That's your core. It's probably hot as the fucking Earth's core to keep you fucking moving and generating. Make sure that you're not fucking collapsing into yourself. You shouldn't be sweating like that, my friend. I don't sweat like that. Almost ever.
Because you're in shape. In shape, people don't sweat as much. I'm not in great shape. I've started to lift a little bit more again, but I need to get back on my cardio. Let's take a break from the episode to talk to you about the everydayfan.com, your one-stop shop for all your sporting news. Whether it's the NBA, NFL, or even the EPL league, they have you covered. But they don't stop there. From pop culture to wrestling and entertainment, there's something for everyone. And I mean everyone. With some of the best writers in the game, come get a fresh perspective from the everyday fans like you. While you are there, check out their memorabilia shop and make your man cave one to envy, theeverydayfan.com. Go check them out. Back to the episode.
Speaking of cardio, did you see
Cardi B?
Right? No, I didn't. Did you see this Stipe? And
yeah. I texted you as a joke, but I didn't have him winning.
You thought Stipe was going to win?
No, I didn't. I did not.
Like, so it's hard, bro. Like that's one thing I noticed about watching UFC is it's kind of hard. You have to do your own homework on these guys because I've noticed that a bunch of fighters, not a bunch of fighters, but a few fighters are always saying that the commentating on UFC is kind of biased.
Oh yeah, they've been saying that lately.
And that, I mean, yeah, I can kind of see it now. I mean, it's hard to tell because they make everybody sound like they're just like just the up and comer. Unless you get your ass kicked like the last 2-3 fights, then they're kind of like, can he do it? I don't know. Either way, but until then, they're just like.
But do you think like fighting though? It's a one person sport. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not a whole team. Like, I feel like announcers are like can be less biased because it's not as like personal. Like, I feel like they have such a close connection with these guys.
Personal now,
huh?
It's even more personal. But either way, all I'm saying is,
but I'm saying UFC though, like those guys, like Joe Rogan has like and Daniel Cormier, those guys are like buddies with these guys.
Why? But that's probably why it's a little more biased. To
yeah, it doesn't bug me. I like them. I still like them announcing.
Like if you're the champion, they talk about you like you
Oh,
can't.
you're God. You're God.
He was like, oh, he's the greatest heavyweight of all time, and
I mean, he is.
And no, for sure, right now. But like,
Yeah.
the way the fight, man, the one thing that like made my heart sink, and I was just like, oh shit, is when Francis was starting to like, kind of throw these jabs and these hooks, and they're kind of landing. But then you know how Stipe, he was getting against the fence. He was like, fuck, what am I gonna do? Let me shoot the takedown. When he shot the takedown, and then Francis defended it, and then
It was over.
Moved in transition, I was like, holy shit, that looks like an actual like grizzly bear on a fucking elk. Like he was like, nah, I was like, this is over. I knew from right there
It was over.
It was really bad. I was like, and you better hope that his win like is gone by the second round, which I couldn't really tell, but I mean, Stipe really wasn't like attacking as much.
Well, what do you think about when he got that one shot on Nagano, but it wasn't that good.
No,
and then he charged him.
So that's the thing, though. So he hit him, and when he hit him, bro, he for sure
felt
stunned
it.
him a little bit.
Yeah, he felt it for sure.
They knew that, and then thinking that he was probably a little more hurt than he was, he kind of he rushed.
Yeah, he's trying to go.
Oh, he rushed him. Then he just threw that short little hook, and it was bad, bro. Like that short little hook didn't look like a power hook, but
it's momentum though. Like Stipe's coming forward and he's going in.
It was over. And then like after that, like that hammer fist, boom. I thought his face was gonna just like crush like a melon or something, bro. I don't see anybody beating him for a really long time.
What do you think of Sean O'Malley?
Oh my god, 2 walk-offs in one fight, bro.
That was bad. When he was down, it was bad.
What should I do in UFC 4 when I know I'm winning the fight and I'm shit out of this? He's probably never played. I'm just like, oh, I can finish him now. Nah, let me get up and do it all over. It was like that, and it was the guy he was fighting was really tough. Like he took like
a ton of hits.
A ton of hits for what O'Malley was throwing. I was like, what the fuck? The first time he got down and he thought it was over. I don't think it was. I think he was stunned, but I think he would have still been able to fight. That second one, when he went down and he was laying on his back, did you see the footage, the cell phone footage from like Matt Level from outside the fence?
I didn't.
The sound of his head hitting the fucking canvas when he's already like an inch or two away from it, and just like O'Malley coming down, bro. It sounded like somebody dropping a bowling ball. Like
it's like a baseball bat. It's like a home run.
Bad, bro. And then you could just see him just like his body just kind of like just relaxes. He was just out of it. I was just like, fuck. And O'Malley, look, he's a skinny dude.
He is so versatile though. He switches stances. He has every kick. He has all the punches. Like that dude.
Honestly, bro, I think that's something now more that I'm watching UFC a lot more. I think I can kind of tell the difference a little bit between like the evolution of the sport now between like let's say 10 years ago when guys really like think of like a Chuck Liddell, he's way further than 10 years ago, but think of like a Chuck Liddell, think of like them older guys like a Rampage. It's like, yeah, them guys had like MMA skills, but like they were known for like standing up and kind of like thugging it, like just swinging it out. But now it's guys are switching stances like every couple of seconds.
It's tactical. It's tactical now.
So crazy. It's like you have to be a little more athletic, and because I feel like if you put Chuck Liddell and you let him fight now, I don't know.
He's getting whooped.
Bro, it's bad, and they're gonna like tear his arms and limbs apart. Like I think it would be like that. Like he would probably still throw some shots and stun people, and probably catch a few people. But
I saw Chuck Liddell in one of the most random places in the world actually one time.
You've actually told me this story, but since the fans have never heard it.
I mean, it's not that crazy. I was just in Montana. At Glacier National Park. Shout out the National Park Service in America. Great place to be. But it's beautiful sights, mountains, good stuff, fresh air. So we're doing like a 2-mile hike up to this like lake. It's actually unbelievable. And
what's the name of the lake?
I don't know, but my profile picture on my Facebook, which I never use, is me and Harper at the lake. And
I remember. Okay.
So she makes it all the way up there. We get up there. She passes out, so I have to carry her all the way back down.
How old is Harper at this point?
Really young, like 1.
Oh, she's like a baby.
2. Probably 2 or 3. But she like walked up a lot of it, and it was a while. We come down, and then I just hear heads up, or like, and I'm walking down, I'm carrying her. It's like raining. This dude just comes running, or this chick comes running by me, like, get out of the path. I'm like, all right, like, geez. They're on like a dead sprint on this mountain. And they go running down. Boom, he comes chucking back behind me. And I like turn right as he's coming right back. So I like hear his feet stomping like Bigfoot. Doo, 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 doo. I was like, is that Chuck Liddell? I seen like one cauliflower ear. I was like, I seen a tat, and I was like, what is that Chuck Liddell? And so
Chuck.
And then I turned to all the people I'm with, and they're like, they don't have any idea who Chuck Liddell is. So I'm just like, I think that was Chuck Liddell, one of the best UFC fighters of all time. And they're like,
nice.
yeah. And then we, yeah, what's UFC? And then we get to the ice cream place down below, and he was standing right there. I was like, oh, there's Chuck just getting like a 2-mile run-in with this chick that's jacked.
Is he from Louisiana? Or you just...
I don't know. I think he's just out there. It was summer. People hiking, running, getting in shape. First fight with Tito Ortiz or whoever it is.
Ortiz. I'm not even. I had to go. When I went to the doctor, I think like when I hurt my other knee right to All Star, I went to go to a doctor in Miami, and he actually was. I think.
A-Rod's? Was it A-Rod's
No,
doctor?
No.
Hopefully you didn't go to him.
I'm tripping. Victor Belfort, completely different fighter. But either way, yeah. Go UFC. So
when's the last time you've actually did you ever get in a fight as a kid?
Yes. High school at Jeff. Oh, you weren't there for this one. This is
you had a fist fight.
Yeah. So let me tell you, it was a fist fight. So actually, yeah, let me tell you this crazy fucking story.
Who did you fight?
Hey, it all comes from a mistake, like it's a mistake of identity. So this was sophomore year. This is my 10th grade year. I forgot the kid's name, man. It might have been like Trey or something.
It sounds like a Jefferson.
It sounds like okay. Trey. It was lunch. You remember A floor? How our school had 4 stories.
Yeah.
First floor is A floor, B floor, C floor, D floor. So cafeteria's on A floor. I'm walking with Noah. We are coming just from the thing, whatever, and I see this kid walking behind me. And Trey, he's shorter than me. He's probably a grade younger, same grade. I can't remember. He's probably like 5'6", so he's just walking behind me. But I'm like, why the fuck is he walking like maybe 7 feet behind me? I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, why is this kid walking so close? And Noah's walking with me till he's just like, I'm keep walking. So I'm just like, all right, walk a little bit further. And he's like looking at me like as I'm walking. So I'm just like, what the fuck? I was like, what's wrong with you? I was like, get the fuck away from me, whatever. Bro, then he turns his backpack around, right? And then like unzips his backpack, and me and Noah saw that, and then zoom. You know how like they had the stairs on the side? We zooped up them stairs, and I was like, fuck, he's tripping. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So it's like the bell rings, people, going to class, like switching classes, whatever. And all of a sudden, bro, I'm walking, and I just feel this backpack, boom, right across my head.
No, from the back.
Yes, bro. I was just like, what the fuck? I turned around and I was just like, who the fuck is this kid? And then it was him. I was like, what the fuck? He said something like, yo, he was talking that. I was just like, I'm confused. I really never really spoke to this kid. And then the times I did speak to him, it was no beef, no nothing. So I remember him saying some shit. Like, he's shorter than me. I'm in 10th grade. I'm 6'3" at least. So I'm like, this dude is running up on me. I remember it was like a quick thing too. So like I remember he tried to like shoot a jab, and he like just hit me in the chest. And I just like punched him back in the chest, and then he swung again, and I like swung at him in the chest again. And then by that time they broke up.
Wait, you're a sophomore at Jeff?
I was a sophomore at Jeff.
You're like at least 6'6". You were tall.
At Jeff?
Yeah, you were.
I was much taller than 6'3". I was 6'4".
Yeah, no, you're taller than that. You're full height.
So it was crazy. So I was just like, whatever.
He knew who you were. He had to have.
He for sure knew how. We had classes at something like either like gym or something crazy. So I remember going to the principal's office, and he's just like, "What's happening?" I'm like, "I don't fucking know what's going on right now." This dude just hit me in the crosshair with a backpack, and we started fighting. And he was like, "Nah, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that." And I'm just like really confused now. So he was like, all right, well, he didn't suspend us or nothing, but he must have like sent us back to class or something. Either way, I remember at the end of the day, I'm leaving school and I'm going to practice, and I'm walking up to the gym, bro, and there's like 4 or 5 guys
No.
all walking towards me. I'm like, surely.
This is
I was like, they're not looking for me, bro. They're not coming. No. And they was like, yo, it's like you Terrence. I'm just like, yeah. I was like, I fucking know these dudes. And so they all walking. It was like, I heard you was talking shit about my baby moms. I'm just like,
what?
I was like, who? I was like, who's baby moms? He was like, who's talking that shit? I was just like, bro, I don't know what the fuck you talk. I was like, I don't know who you are. I was like, you must be Trey's people. I don't even know what the fuck Trey was on. And I just remember one of my teammates. Was it? I don't know. It might have been Shotty or AJ or something. But they came and it was like, yo, chill. And then all of a sudden we went to the into the gym, had practice, and just it was another normal day. But I just remember that was like the one time I got into a fight and had no fucking idea what was going on. I think to this day that they were looking for the other Terrence, and that but it was like, y'all, bro,
Yeah.
me and Jones confused. Like, people know
No.
Jones. So when they said Terrence, I'm just like, I know Terrence. I know Jones did not just say my name is T. Ross, and now because he's talking shit. So to this day, I don't even think I ever asked him. It might have been Jones that came and said some shit, but it could have been that Jones.
I love T. Jones, but that sounds like something he would definitely for sure do.
For sure do. Yeah.
But it's impossible to mix you two up. Like, he's a massive human being just in general. So,
bro, he was bigger than me at that point in life.
He's
like,
bigger.
He was just different. Like, we have the same name, but and it's supposed to.
And he's more connected to that community too.
Why? I was like, why me? Like, why am I always in some shit? But
I got. I'm not a big fighter, but we did this is a funny story. It was a scheduled fight, as you could call it. We were boxing in 8th grade. We're at my buddy's house. We stayed the night, and it's like 10 of us, probably. It's his birthday party or something. We were kids. Nick was there, and so we have one pair of boxing gloves. So that means you got to wear one, and the other person wears one.
Somebody's southpaw, somebody.
Well, or you just wear it like this and just put it over so your hand is, you know what I mean, like the gloves backwards, but you still have your right arm.
Oh yes, for sure, but
it's not the same. It's not the same.
It's stupid. Is what it sounds like. But keep going.
Yes. Okay. So there's just a bunch of fights. All of our homies are picking like somebody the same size, blah blah, scrapping. Like, and so I get up there, and there's another dude that I played basketball with. And there's a video of this somewhere that somebody has. They put it up on MySpace after. I was like, oh, take that down. So we get up there, we start fighting. I'm like picking him. I'm picking him. And then we're basically, you have one hand. You're blocking, but you're punching with one hand. So I'm like hitting him, and I'm doing all the extra, knowing me. I'm like trying to be like, do. Hit him. He hits me clean, just straight in the nose. Boom. Breaks my nose, blood everywhere. I swear to God, that's also why my nose has been so big.
Hit you with his fist or with the glove?
With the glove. But I was dodging and ducking, and I hit him probably like 10 times, and no effect. And he just wails over the top, just wailing, because I'm like poking him in his face, boom, and he hits you with the haymaker, just dead straight in my face, just. And it was literally
in trouble. I know somebody got in trouble.
Just straight blood. And then I just got made fun of for like 5 years that I lost to him, and everybody made fun of it and had a video of it. There's everywhere. My parents, my dad still makes fun of me to this day about it. And I'm like, I'll beat him up so bad. No, I want to go to Rough and Rowdy. This is my redemption. I want to go to Rough and Rowdy and fight somebody there and trade.
It's not the same, brother. This guy, he broke your nose. You gotta go back to your blood, bro.
His name's Ross. Big Ross Dixon. I wish I could find the video. I gotta hit them up. Oh man, I shouldn't have lost that one. But
shout out Ross Dixon.
I got into some other ones though, like in basketball, like in locker rooms and stuff.
basketball for sure.
Locker rooms.
Yeah, a little petty shit.
Do you remember? Let's take a break from the episode to talk about one of our sponsors, and that's MANSCAPED. This tournament season, take care of your hair and holes with the best tools for the job. We're talking about our sponsors, MANSCAPED, the global leaders in male grooming from head to toe. When the clock winds down in March, be clutch and avoid the upset with MANSCAPED Performance Package to keep all your hair and holes tamed. MANSCAPED is trusted by over 2 million men worldwide. Join the MANSCAPED movement and start taking care of your balls today with 20% off and free shipping by going to manscaped.com and using code TRP31 for our exclusive offer.
Another favorite of mine are the crop mop wipes. Cool and refreshing ball, butt, and body wipes for peak male hygiene and extra care for when it matters most. Trust me, you'll feel like a baby. Get these wipes and you'll be taken care of perfect.
Also included in this package is the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer. It provides proprietary skin-safe technology which helps reduce nicks, snags, and tugs in those delicate holes. Look, fellas, 79% of partners polled admitted that long nose hair is a major turnoff. Why not use the best tools for the job here? I mean, let's keep it real. No one wants to see nose hairs.
I actually need to get mine because
take care of that.
Bothering me, bro. Sometimes it kind of blends with my mustache up here. That's no good. That means it's really long. So I need to definitely get one of those.
Manscaped is committed to raising awareness for the most common form of cancer in men age 15 to 35 and giving support for fighters, survivors, and families impacted by testicular cancer as part of the We Save Balls initiative. Every purchase at manscaped.com goes towards contributions made to the Testicular Cancer Society. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code TRP31 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code TRP31. When things get hairy, make sure to call on Manscaped and clutch. Oh, man. I
remember, hold on. I don't know if you're going to be willing to tell this story and we can leave the names out, but I do remember an incident. I wasn't there for this one.
Are you talking about at the gym after practice?
Yes.
I was literally just going to bring that up.
Yeah.
This is probably the craziest thing I've ever experienced. Get this.
Let me give them some context, right? Let me give them some context on the high school. So me and Stevie did go to the same high school. We ended up going our senior year not together. We were there at the same time our senior year. I went there sophomore year, and then I left after my sophomore year. And I didn't come back to my senior year. But our school was the only all-black school in the city. We were really, really good at basketball. That's what we were known for. Like, our school was always, like, on the verge of being closed.
We'll put this. We were a 5A school in sports, but we had literally, 500 kids at actual class.
So going back to me saying our school had 4 floors, they had 4 floors, maybe 5. The school could hold up to, like 2,000 students.
Yes, it's big.
So small. We only had how many? Our graduating class was 30 people. Like, it was.
No, it's more than that. It was probably 100, but that's not much.
It's not much. Okay.
No, listen.
Our school had 500 students all around.
Remember when we do assemblies? It'd be one side of the bleachers, and we're 5A. Other 5A schools are 1,500.
Yeah, so we were way under. So we're
just good at sports. We're just good at sports. That's all it was.
That's the only reason why this kid from across, we in Portland, Oregon, he is from Brush Prairie.
No, I'm not from there, but yes, I live there.
That's where he was living. And that's where he was living when he went to school with us. So only little white kid from the suburbs comes to all-black school just for basketball. Prison, whatever.
So, yeah, we had a practice one day. And there had been beef during the day at the school during school hours that we knew something was going to trickle down to it. I actually had class with the kid. I actually was cool with him. And so we started practice. And, the way that everything had been talked about, something was going to happen after practice, whatever it was. And I had no idea. I'm just all right, whatever. I'm just worried about my own life. Just walking around like a dumbass, nothing's going on in the world. No worries, no carefree. Just play basketball up here.
Yeah, naive to the surroundings.
Oh, for very sure. No idea what was going to happen when it happened. And then we go to huddle at the end of practice to break. Well, no. This is before us actually. 5 guys walk in. and they're wearing the blue flags. If you want me to depict it out, that means Crip. And and we go to, and they're watching us, and I'm like, oh gosh, something's going on. And the kid that I know, his family big blood, so I knew there was going to be some type of conflict. And and we go to break the huddle, and these guys are just watching the whole practice, and I'm just like, oh gosh. I can see Strix panicking.
Hey, this is not, and at the time, this isn't as funny as we're making it out to be. But
no, it wasn't funny at the time.
No, it wasn't funny at the time.
No.
We're gonna die. But
no, and so we go to break the huddle, and I'm like, all right, what's gonna happen when the coaches kind of just end it? And then obviously the guys at the door did not care about anybody's thoughts. And so literally they come running in and just start yelling at this dude like they're trying to beat him up, and he runs straight to his backpack and grabs a knife this big. That's the first thing he does. So he knew it was popping. He knew. So he just sprints to his backpack. And you gotta understand it. I love Pat and I love Coach Ba. But these are some of the smallest coaches in the world, and they're not this. It wasn't
equipped to deal with what was about to happen.
No, and no one is really. No one is.
But they were also probably just as scared for their life, but they handled it terribly.
No, okay. So it just starts escalating like into a fight. I seen this dude had the knife all in the dude's shirt. This big dude was chasing him down. We got the coaching staff runs to lock themselves in the. So this is how crazy this scene gets, is that you got half the players like me, is like a couple other guys that are just like I'm just standing behind people like, what's going, like looking over. Yeah, like I'm like looking over someone's shoulder, like, okay, I'm gonna keep my distance. The coaches run to the coaches room and lock themselves in, which is around the court. And then you got half the guys that are getting their cameras out like this is World Star. And like videoing it. And it's just a bunch of yelling, like, all my family, on the set. But then this dude actually had a knife in his shirt. I seen him like jabbing him,
just sticking him. But didn't they turn out the lights though?
Okay, so then
from inside the office, which made it just that much worse.
Yeah, no. So
nobody knew.
No, but before that, the one homie, the Bang Blood, called his homie in. Obviously, people started calling people like, get here now. Da, da, da. He comes, I'll never forget this scene. You know who it is. He comes running in from outside the doors, full sprint Superman, elbow of the back of the dude's dome and drops him. I've never seen anything in my life. I wish that the video somewhere. I shit you not. He comes running full speed in. I'm just like, and I'm backed up. I'm like way away from this. There's knives everywhere. It's like a 5-on-5 fight. Just boom. And he's way tinier than the big dude and just dropped him. Then the coaches turn the lights off. And then I'm like real panic. Like, what is going on? Like, don't turn the lights off.
They turned the lights off, bro.
They turn the lights off in this gym where there's a fight and knives out. That is the recipe for disaster.
Well, they're locked in the office safe.
Yes, exactly.
That was the bitchiest move you could do, bro. Like, bro, you're an adult. You're supposed to be able to think a little more rational. I get it. At the same time, like, I don't know. He is pretty.
Oh, he panicked. I mean, it was a straight panic in there, bro. It was like five. There's five people waiting at the end of the gym to get this fight cracking, and so, and then they yelling like, "We called the police." Da, da, da. So finally, after all this pandemonium, they dip out. The people that came to start the fight. So then we get our stuff together, and I'm with Jones. Jones was always rolling with me.
Always.
And so me and him walk out to my car, and I kid you not, we step out of the gym. There is like 100 police circling the gym.
Oh,
they must have missed him by like a minute. I was like, how'd you guys not catch them? They literally just ran out, bro.
I mean, that was
and they were like, they obviously knew who we were, and they were just like, oh yeah, you guys are good, like go, da, da. But that kid that got in that fight that was on the basketball team never came back to school ever. He moved.
So that's the craziest thing, bro. Like people, when I tell them I'm from Portland, like I grew up in LA, or I grew up in like this, not the suburbs. I grew up in like Riverside area, Moreno Valley, like that neighborhood, right? So I mean, it was bad. It wasn't really bad. I mean, I was cool. I was out the way. Like my family's out the way, but when I got to Portland, bro, everybody, like I tell people I'm from Portland, they just like, oh, it's just like nothing but trees and farm people, and there's just nothing out there. I'm like, bro, I wish, for me at least, it was that, because when I got to Portland and I started making friends and I started doing this, I started getting into so much random shit all the time, and I was just always that good kid that was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Thank you, God, that I'm sitting here right now being able to tell this story on my podcast. But
but I think it's just like a
bro.
I don't think I think there's just some wild stuff, but it's just such an tight, like, obviously you can't compare Portland to like all the other big metropolitan cities. Like, yes, it's a lot less of that but it's just like that area, that like specific area, there's just more like stuff that goes on. There's more stuff that goes on. Like, I don't know. And there was like that. And I guess there was like I saw another knife fight at lunch of.
You saw knife fights. I was that.
The one other white kid, we won't say his name, but the other white kid got in the fight with.
That's my guy too to this day. He's cool dude.
But okay, enough of those stories. But yeah, Jeff was entertaining for sure.
It was definitely an experience. I'll never forget it.
But then, like, showing up to practice the next morning at 6 a.m. and Calipari sitting in there, and I'm just like, whoa, I'll never forget that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how drastic that was. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Good and the bad. You gotta take the good and the bad. You would definitely see just random like. There's so many great stories, man, just from Jeff. Just the funniest things. Like, we were just talking about it last week. With Straight, how we used to. I don't think you were there for this. You might have been. You were probably there for the rock paper scissors tournament we used to do.
No, we did shoot dice.
The whole school. Yeah, okay, yeah, that was always what was going on. But either way, we would have these crazy tournaments where it would just be people. Anytime the like class let out and everybody goes to the hallway, it was just people everywhere. We had the
Are
whole
you serious?
We had the whole school doing it, bro. I would see Noah walking down from one end of the hallway. Some dude coming from the other end, they just meet, they just walk straight at each other. Like,
are you keeping track, or are you just it's just what you're doing?
People cheer, they go to the class. Just like, we did that for like 2 weeks, bro, and we stopped for whatever reason, but it was amazing.
Madness.
Sorry you missed it, but that was Jeff. You would have moments like that, and then you'd also have,
stuff getting stolen.
Yeah, everybody.
Stuff getting stolen.
My PSP stolen.
Nah, nothing was like when
mistake though.
My Spanish teacher got her projector stolen in the middle of class. I was there. I did not even see it happen. That's how crazy it was.
You stole it, didn't you?
No, heck no. I couldn't do it to her. She was such a nice lady.
What was her name?
Miss Bernard.
She was a cute one at the time, huh?
She was like 50 and had a very strong accent.
Then this
dark hair.
This is not the same Spanish teacher we had. Because I remember.
No, there was a couple. There was the one across the hall. She walked out for like two.
There was a younger one. Yeah, she was there for a little while.
Miss Bernard, though, bless her soul.
I didn't take Spanish, Jeff.
What
you mean, good job? But
well, man,
it's been a good reminiscing. Walk through the park, through memory lane.
Well, I mean, it's a wild story. Glad we didn't say names, but hey,
yeah, we talked.
It made me better. It's funny to look back at that now, for sure.
We'll give you guys more random. We might do random segments of back at Jeff. Like
back at Jeff. We should go back. I got more and more stories for sure, but
got too many stories.
It's good to catch up. Everybody, go check us out on the Tross.podcast on Instagram, podcast at Tross, or podcast Tross on Twitter. Subscribe to our channel, like this video, set the alarms, set your ringer, so when you get the notifications for our channel. We got a lot of stuff coming up. The NCAA tournament ends next weekend. We will have the pack for the winner. Zags, you got the Zags. I got in one of my brackets, I got Houston. They won tonight. They're going to the Final Four. I got them winning it all. I don't know. Gonzaga looks too good.
Yeah, bro. They look like a little G League team. I don't know.
But do you see all the Pac-12s? Shout out to the Pac-12.
Oh, yeah, Evan Mobley. You know, it's actually
No,
weird.
but USC, UCLA, and Oregon State. Oregon State almost beat Houston tonight. They almost went to the Final Four, which would have been crazy.
Would have been unreal.
Unreal.
Oregon State, like, good Lord. That was
They were a 5th seed in the tournament, their Pac-12 tournament.
That's how it goes, bro.
And they won it.
It's all about who gets hot, bro.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure.
About that.
But we will have a pack for that winner. And we can do a live opening for that. We'll do another one of our live shows with the opening of that. And maybe we can give away. I got a couple cards I'll give away to the people.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start, every random. Yeah, you guys just stay tuned because you never know when we might start handing out moments. I got a ton of T-Ross. So I have a ton of, just little cool moments that would be cool to give away. So.
And we're going to do more live streams because it's entertaining.
We might do a live episode one of these days.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do a live episode because it's nice because then we can do questions. Maybe we can get somebody on maybe one of your teammates or something like Michael Carter Williams back on or something like that to have the interaction with the fans.
For sure. We'll maybe have one of the rookies, one of the new guys.
Or maybe get Cole back on.
Yeah, get the young boy on here. So
hey, but we appreciate you guys and stay tuned.
Love.
Good morning, good evening, good night. Welcome to the show, what a wonderful delight. Yeah, Patsy and T-Ross better chop up on the mic. Just sit back, have a laugh, catch a vibe, and enjoy the ride. Yeah.